Hey there, Libra. Welcome to your reading for mid-January 2022. We're going to jump right in here, Libra, and we are going to do like I'm going to call this a mega super Celtic cross. So even though it doesn't look like a Celtic cross, it is. And we're just going to lay out basically 2 by 2 here and see what comes up for you. This is part 1. There will also be a part 2 linked up in the description down below. So if you want to check out part 2, it's down below and it's free. So you don't even have to pay for it. How cool is that? Libra, you start off with this this Chariot in the Knight of Wands in your current general energies. So I feel like you're ready to go. This to me is very like motivated, and there is more motivated energy showing up here in your reading. You have the Ace of Wands, you have the Ace of Swords, you have the Knight of Swords as well. These are all kind of like cards that represent really like being ready to go, ready to charge forward. And I feel that for you, where it's kind of like you're ready to execute on some sort of a plan, or you're ready to get started on something. Pretty simple reading. I mean, there's probably no reason to overcomplicate it, as I love saying. I mean, I think the only complicated part for you here in your reading is what is the plan, right? You have your crossing energy is the Ace of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. It's like, what is my plan? Like, well, you know, what actions do I take? Eight of Pentacles, you know, the Ace of Swords is like wanting to is kind of like looking at both sides of an issue as well, Libra, which you are a Libra, so, you know, it makes perfect sense to me that you would be looking at both sides of an action that you're thinking about taking. But really nice reading. I really like where this is going for you. The Chariot is like as above, so below. So I do feel that your kind of like your motivation, like you should be using your powers of manifestation to kind of like motivate you. What the hell does that mean? What I think that means is it's like sometimes I think you think about things and it feels good. I feel like if you think about something and it feels good, do it. You know, I really feel we need to trust our feelings, especially right now with Neptune and Pisces. You know, I keep talking about this and preaching about this, but I mean, it is what it is. Neptune and Pisces energy, there's a general lack of clarity maybe in the direction towards our goals, like whatever we want to achieve. But if we trust our feelings, Knight of Wands, he does things by desire. He desires to do something. He gets excited about something, and that's the direction he moves in. That doesn't necessarily mean that things are going to work out perfectly for him, but you know, for the most part, he trusts his feelings. Again, your crossing energy is the Eight of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. I'm seeing this Eight of Pentacles kind of as the plan for some reason. The reason I see it this way is he's working only one thing. He is only working on those pentacles. He's not really working on anything else. So it's kind of like a card of you know, focused work, focused effort. It's really the card of mastery as well. And you also have the Ace of Swords. Like I said, I'm kind of seeing this as both sides. We see these 6 golden yods right here on both sides. They're 3 and 3 on either side of the sword, and they're in perfect balance. They represent the fact that the Ace of Swords is in perfect balance. It represents something that can bring balance into a situation as well. But it's kind of standing out to me that you are like seeing, really I'm not getting any of the traditional like Ace of Swords meanings. I'm just getting more that you see both sides of a situation, or you see, it's kind of like you're seeing both sides of a plan that you are thinking about, you know, acting on. In the area of your thoughts, you have the Six of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. Six of Pentacles is like giving to things at work. I mean, you know, he has the scale, just like the Justice card right here above my finger. So it's like he's giving to one situation, but not the other, this person right here. And you have the Eight of Cups as well. There's definitely something about needing to walk away from a situation to have this success. I'll just show you. This goes here. We start with the Eight of Cups and the Six of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles, which you always get, Five of Pentacles, to the Ace of Wands in the World. It's kind of like walking away from something that no longer serves you is going to lead to the Ace of Wands in the World, which is like a beautiful, amazing, desire-filled new beginning. So I would be, you know, don't be afraid to walk away from something that just isn't giving to you any longer. This is a very, you know, this has been repetitive energy in these readings. I'm basically almost done doing these mid-January readings. And again, it's come up quite a bit, this like this energy of kind of like letting something go or removing something from your life. So, and moving on to something else. So it's, like I said, it could be one of those things where a lot of people are definitely doing that. For you, I would say the difference is that Knight of Wands energy, especially in this first row. It's like nobody else has had this level of knowing in their readings, I would say. And I feel like I've said that to you before. Again, there's a general lack of clarity for everyone because of Neptune and Pisces. For you, I feel like at least there's like a little bit of guidance, if that makes sense. It's like you're moving in a direction. In the area of your foundation, you have the Judgment card and the Page of Swords. Again, I wouldn't question things too much with this energy. Judgment, these people are being called out of their coffin by their higher self angel. That angel represents your higher self. Page of Swords could represent like looking too deeply into something or questioning something almost a little bit too much. And that's kind of like the energy I get for you, is like almost this, questioning something too much when maybe there's just no need to question a situation. These people, they need to step out of their coffins. They're still inside of the coffin on the card, and, stepping out of it will put them in the new world or their new reality. So they need to listen to that angel. They're basically still stuck in the past with the Judgment card. So I feel for some of you, it is like saying, again, if something feels good, do it. Pretty simple. Next, in the energy that you are moving past, I love this because for years, Libra, you've been getting the the Queen of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles with me. Mostly, you've been getting that Queen of Pentacles. She is a card of resourcefulness and being resourceful. She could say that you are trying to become resourceful, or you've been looking for a resource. It could be financial, doesn't have to be. It could also be your own energy. It could be health. It could be time. It could be people. It could be anything. And you get the Queen of Pentacles a lot with me, almost every single reading I do. So, number one, some of you could be dealing with a Capricorn. But number two, I would say that for the most part, I feel like it's been a general lack of a resource, like something has been missing in your life for a long time. And that Five of Pentacles, pretty much the same thing. The good news is, again, this is coming up in your past. It is the energy that you are moving away from. This in the past position, the Queen of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. And even better than that, in the very near future, you have the King of Pentacles and the King of Swords. King of Swords could be your energy, Libra. It could be you showing up here in a strong position. The King of Pentacles is resourcefulness and things kind of working out. For you, I get more of this like just general energy of comfort. So I'm not saying things are going to be perfect, but I do feel there is just a little bit more comfort in your life in the near future here, because it's like maybe you're able to take a break. Maybe you're finding some resources that allow you to take a break as well. So I kind of get that. It's pretty simple. It's popping into my head as vacation. So some of you could be going on vacation. Maybe you're taking the first vacation that you've had in a very long time with this King of Pentacles. But I think it's because you've reached a certain level of this, this like comfort is what I would say there. The King of Swords, like I said, I feel is just you showing up. I feel like you're just being very direct and straightforward. Again, a very, very common energy at this time. I feel like we've reached this point. I don't know what, actually, I really don't have a good answer for it. I really don't know. But it just seems to me like people have reached a point where they're just like being very matter of fact. I don't know. It's probably a good thing is what I'd say to you. Next, in the next few months, you have the World and the Ace of Wands. Damn. This is really, really nice. So there's clearly something you desire coming in for you. The Ace of Wands can just be a passionate new beginning. And the World can also represent a new beginning coming in, because the World, in the tarot, we have the Fool's journey. We start with the Fool, we end with the World, and then what happens when the Fool reaches the World? He starts all over again as the Fool. He just moves on to the next thing that he wants to create, the next thing that he wants to do, the next thing that he wants to build. So I do feel that there's like a very passionate new beginning coming in for you. I'm really focused on these red, the red things. I don't know what that is, cloth, something like that. It's like tying together the world, the wreath that is around the world here. So I'm really focused on these red things. I kind of feel like this is representing luck for you, actually. I'm associating it with like one of those red bracelets. I don't know if there's like these lucky bracelets. I have no clue what I'm talking about, so don't listen to me. But somebody will know what I'm talking about in the comments as usual. But what I would say is there's these red bracelets that you wear for luck. I think if they break or something like that, they represent luck. I don't know, I might be confusing something here, but I feel like this is talking about luck coming in for you, especially in a new beginning, starting something new. But definitely a lot of passion coming in for you. I do feel like there could be love coming in for you in the future as well. I would definitely say not right now, just because, I mean, I feel like love is always available to us, so let me just put that out there. I just think that for the most part, love, if you're looking for it, will probably be coming in the future. Next, in the area of your, this is your closest relationships is what I'm trying to spit out here. You have the 9 of Swords and the 4 of Cups. Some of you could be just experiencing issues with people around you. Doesn't really surprise me. We had a lot of energy in Capricorn. Whenever we have energy like this in Capricorn, Venus retrograde in Capricorn as well, I don't care what house it falls in for you. To me, it can represent conflicts, not really conflicts, but just maybe withdrawing from the people around you. So I think the whole Venus retrograde thing has maybe made people withdraw, or, kind of things come up with personal issues having to do with other people. So again, this area of your reading has to do with everyone in your life. So again, I don't really think it has to be made into this like big deal or anything like this right here. I think it's just saying things could be, Venus retrograde. It's like during Venus retrograde, we could have things that are pointed out to us about relationships. We could have realizations about relationships, not just love, but every single type of relationship. And some of these things could make us happy. Some of these things could make us sad. Ultimately, these things are meant to help us grow, so it doesn't really matter. But I feel like some of you maybe are looking with that 4 of Cups there. It's like you could be looking at relationships and where things have kind of fallen short. And the good news is again, because of the retrograde, you're probably working through this energy, and it's not something that is causing problems. Next, in the area of your future feelings, you have the Knight of Swords and the Page of Cups. So definitely could be love coming in for you with that Page of Cups. And there could be like quick communication coming in as well with that Knight of Swords. So if you're looking for love, could be love. For the most part, I feel like this is you charging forward towards a goal. It's kind of interesting. Everybody has had the Page of Cups almost. Not everybody, but almost. And the Page of Cups, he's really focused on that fish that is in that cup there. That fish could represent a goal, wish, dream, something that you're trying to manifest as well. So it's like he's really focused on creating something from that cup. He's really focused on creating something like a dream, or creating something that he wants to create. And I feel that's what you are focused on, like a goal, the world. You have the world here, something that you want in your life. Even with your outcome, you have the Death card and the Strength card. So a transformation coming in for you. And, whenever I get a combination like this, the Death card with the Strength card, that to me is, a major shedding of the skin. To me, this is more of a personal change when you get something like this, because it's just very personal energy. I mean, Death is you going through a major transformation. The Strength card is like working on something that maybe you have to work on every single day. She is taming her inner beast on this card. So it's like, when we think of strength, we have to, if you want to be strong, you have to work out every single day, right? Pretty much, not every day, but, for the most part, you have to be consistent with your weightlifting, right? So strength is something that requires like consistent effort. And something's changing for you here with this Death card. We're gonna have to see what that is in part 2, which will be again linked up in the comments down below. So that's that, Libra. I like where this is going. Definitely a positive transformation. And I would say there's like a, I love that Ace of Wands in the world. Ace of Wands is my favorite card in the tarot because, to me, it's the only thing we need to get moving forward. It's just like that spark of hope. It can represent inspiration as well. It's like sometimes if we're like down in the dumps, or if we're like walking away from situations, which you seem to be right here in the bottom, going up to the Ace of Wands in the world, it's almost like that. Like that one thing you need, that one spark you need to motivate you to action, to motivate you to create your new reality, whatever the case may be. So it's looking really good. And again, that top row is amazing. Chariot, Judgment, Ace Wands, World, Death, very powerful. So thank you for being here, Libra. I really appreciate it. Again, part 2 is linked up down below, to the top pinned comment down below. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.